What is up, guys? Beancrew49 here. We are back on the Desolation map, and we return to an old part of town. Well, not exactly old. It's the newer part of town, but it's the old part of the newer part. Does that make any sense to you? Am I being clear here? We're back to the bowling alley, to the movie theater, back to the straight 8 pool hall, because there's something I overlooked. And I overlooked this because I figured out that I hadn't done it because we were playing some PvP, and I walked down this alleyway and there was nothing back here, and I was like, this won't do. This just does not work for me. I'm going to need to have an alleyway back here that leads to something. So that's what I'm going to work on today. And you know what? Come on, guys. You know what I'm about to build here, right? What do you find in alleyways in dirty cities, right? We're about to see a homeless shanty village. That's right, guys. We're building a homeless shanty village today. It's going to be fun. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be, I don't know. It could be a lot of things. We'll see what it is. But I'll tell you what it's not going to be. Oops. It's not going to be clean. Okay, it's gonna be really dirty back here. I'm gonna start in on some tents, and I figure, you know, homeless people like to live in tents. Well, they don't like to, but they're kind of forced to. So I'm gonna build a lot of tents back here. I'm gonna make this place dingy, dark, and dirty, and disgusting, and disgraceful, and all the D words that you would expect to conjure up when you think of homeless shanty villages. It's not a homeless shanty town, though. Okay, it's not a town because it's not big enough to be a town. And I have worked on this sort of thing in the past. I've made a few homeless villages here and there. Especially the biggest one is behind Jose's auto body. You guys remember Jose's AK time? You guys remember Jose, right? Anyway, I built a homeless shanty town back there, and I kind of wanted to build a smaller one here. Now, the reason that I feel comfortable in building a homeless shanty village back here is because they're kind of off the beaten path, right? If you were just walking past this place, then you wouldn't really see it. You can't really see it from the street. So I guess that's why the homeless were allowed to live here, because they're not doing much harm to anybody. They're all tucked away in a corner here, and they're doing their own thing. So I'm going to build a tent, and then maybe another tent here. I don't know. I guess we'll do like the same kind of tent. It's kind of hard to build tents in Minecraft when you got blocks to work with, right? You know, tents are fabric and you're working with blocks. It's not the easiest thing in the world. I guess I could use carpets and string, but that's just a whole hassle. So we're going to use full blocks today because that's just how I've been doing it. And so you got to stay consistent throughout the map, right? We got to be consistent, because if you see one tent and then you see a whole different style, you might not associate that tent, right? You might not understand. So if we keep to one style of tent the whole map, then you'll understand when you see that it's a tent. And so another reason why I wanted to do this alleyway back here is because it takes away from the immersion, right? So we're playing PvP, and I get this sense that I'm in this post-apocalyptic city, and it's scary, it's dark. They've gone through the apocalypse, or we're in the middle of the apocalypse, whichever way you want to look at it. And it's just dark and dingy and terrible back here. And then you come along to this alleyway, and there's nothing inside of it, and it takes you out of the immersion. It makes you forget that remind you that you're playing a video game. And I might be exaggerating, I might be stretching the truth a little bit, but when I play Desolation, I really feel like I'm in the post-apocalypse. I get the sense that I'm in like a real city that's undergone a real terrifying situation. And I'm going to build a dumpster here. I've been building dumpsters like this. Pretty cool, actually, because dropper. Yes, we'll put a dropper in there. It's pretty cool because they changed the mechanics of the, what do you call them? I can't think of anything. That thing right there, whatever it's called. They changed it, so now I can put these on here. No, not there. Down. There we go. So now, like, you can open up the garbage dumpster, right? Isn't that cool? Oh, open up the dumpsters. Very nice. I can hide stuff in the dropper. Anyway, what I was saying. Let me get back to what I was saying. I was talking about immersion. And I really feel like I'm in the post-apocalypse. And then when you come across a part of the map that's not finished, you just like get jolted from the fantasy world that you live in. And the reason I say I might be exaggerating is because when I play it personally, I don't have to use my imagination as much as, like, say, a new player would. And what I mean by that is that I've built all this stuff. I'm the responsible for building most of these things here, so I've already used my imagination to figure out what they are. But this is Minecraft, and things aren't exactly how you want to portray them. So a new player has to use their imagination more than I do. Like if I pass that tent, I know that is a tent, and I don't have to spend any time figuring out what it is. But like a new player might see the tent and be like, "Oh, what is that jumble of blocks there?" People without the proper imagination, that is, right? You know who you are, you unimaginative people. Like I once came across a guy who said, you know, if you put down a lot of carpets, which you've been doing in a clothing store, people are not going to know that's clothing. And wow, that I couldn't believe how unimaginative that guy was. So I'll do another tent here. Yeah, if you're in a clothing store and you see a bunch of colored wool carpets everywhere, I think most people with an imagination are going to put 2 and 2 together and come out carpet. You know what I'm saying? So to that, whoever that guy was, I think I've proven you wrong. Let's hope. Okay, so another tent here. I don't want to do all the tents the same because I don't know. There should be some variation in tents, right? So I guess I'll do like a different kind of style of tent here. I like to do them all different colors too. You know what I should do? I'll do it later. Never mind. I'm just thinking out loud right now, guys. And I like to make the bottom of the tent a different color too. That adds to the realism. Today I want to talk a little bit about detail work, guys. And I know I harp on this a lot, but I want to help you guys with your builds. And it's small details like changing the floor of the tent. They go such a long way to really making your map come alive. Trust me on this, guys. It's the small details that really get you noticed, that really set your builds apart from other builds. I mean, there's a million Minecraft cities. I mean, we all have Minecraft cities, right? You know what I mean? Ooh, oh, I got an idea. We all have Minecraft cities, and well, let me see if this works first. If I put a netherrack down and light it on fire and then put something over it, will the fire stay? Huh, I wonder. Let me try that. If I can find the right tool for the job. As you can see, I don't usually use flint and steel. There we go, there it is. Alright, if I what I could do is bring it down one. And then, yep. There we go. The bums are burning some newspapers. Oh, perfect. It's a perfect hobo fire. That's really cool. Now, if I turn it to night, will they be able to see that from the street? I wonder. Let's go check it out. Let's go see. It's really dark, I know. Oh, yes, there's a hint of light back there. Perfect. It's going to draw some people in. That's really cool. I really like that, to be honest with you guys. You're just walking around the city. It's all burnt up and post-apocalyptic, but then you see a glimmer of light, a shimmer of hope in the dirty alleyway, and you make your way down there, and what do you find? Shantytown. I'm going to probably hide some cool stuff back here, so I'm not going to, trick players into coming back here and give them nothing. Let me go back to daylight if my menus wouldn't lag so badly. My goodness. Yeah, I was going to, what was I talking about? I was talking about details. The details, guys, I can't stress this point enough. The amount of love that you put into your map is what people are going to see. They're going to feel it. If you spent 20 minutes working on a building, that's about how much interest people are going to have in seeing the building. Does that make sense? But if you put 3 years into a single map, people are going to be interested. They're going to be excited. But you don't have to put 3 years. That's just an example. If you really work on a build for a month and you pour everything you have into that build for 1 month, people are going to really take notice of it because they can tell how much you tried on it. And it's not even something you think about. But when you see it, you're like, oh, wow. You just feel that someone really put their hard effort into it, and people respond to that, believe it or not. So as far as suggestions for you map builders out there, really be committed, be dedicated, really put yourself out there and really try hard to do the best that you can so that people will see your map as something that's different, something that's new in a sea of what's been done before, because that's what we live in, guys. I mean, look around, everyone's doing the same thing. No idea is original these days. It's all, copies of copies of copies. So if you're gonna make a copy of a copy of a copy, make sure that your version of your copy stands out from the other copies. That is my word of wisdom today. This guy's gonna live in a box. Okay, this is cardboard boxes, and we're gonna have a guy living in a cardboard little box because that's what homeless people do sometimes. They can't afford a tent, they get a cardboard tent box. Well, they make one. See, the homeless are creative. You put this energy to good use. I'm sure homeless people can really flourish in this society. I put a few newspapers down. Snow blocks are newspapers, right? They sleep on newspapers. I'm sorry. It's harsh, but it's the reality of the situation. All right, it's coming together. I'm definitely going to dirty this place up a little bit more, okay? It's not going to look this clean. What else can I build? Maybe another dumpster? Yeah, I've got to have multiple dumpsters back here. I'm planning something with the dumpsters. I don't want to give away too much, so I won't. But I'm going to need a lot of dumpsters in the city, and I definitely want to hide stuff in the dumpsters. So that's what the droppers are for. I talked about that already. But just so you know, guys, don't overlook the dumpsters, okay? You may need to go dumpster diving in this city if you want to survive. Just saying. And now that they're more functional, that looks like a dumpster to me. It looks pretty cool. Maybe I'll put some debris next to it. What I do is with the debris is I'll use the black for trash bags, and then I'll get a bunch of wood, and then I'll just stack some dirt and debris next to this trash can here. There we go. It looks like the trash bin has been overflowing. The garbage men don't work in the post-apocalypse. They're on strike. Okay, so the garbage is mounting. So imagine that the apocalypse came like the day before trash day, so it was already stacked high to the ceiling, the trash, right? And then add in the fact that it's the post-apocalypse and no one's taking care of the rubbish. So that's why this place is so dirty. I got an idea, guys. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna build a car just like I did in the other homeless shanty town next to Jose Salobadi, as they keep time. So what I did back there is I made a car on blocks. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna build a car right now and take out the wheels to show that it's been looted and scavenged with. One thing I want to say about cars is I want to know some feedback from you guys. I do a car video from time to time. Every once in a while, I'll spend a whole day just doing cars, and I'll record it. And it's because I get new car ideas, and they come to me sometimes, and I definitely want to record it for you guys. But I want to know, what do you guys think about car videos? Do you want to see more or less car videos? I'm going to need you to put that in the comment section because I need to get a sense of your interest in these vehicle videos, because to me, sometimes it can get pretty monotonous doing these cars. Let me tell you, it's not. I mean, every car is pretty much different. It's not that I'm building the same thing over and over. It's just it's like you build a car, you feel satisfied, and then you realize, only 1 million more to go. And that's not an exaggeration. One of these days I want to go through and count the cars. Let me add some orange rust here to the car. Take the wheels off to show that it's been looted and scavenged. We got brown windows. But if any of you are ever bored on the Desolation map, like, you got to be really bored, okay? If you are just visiting and you're bored out of your mind, why don't you count to see how many cars we got? It's a tall order, and I don't expect anyone to do it. But if you want to, then you will be an honorary member of Desolation. But you also have to keep in mind that the number will consistently increase. But if I had an idea of how many cars I had, that would actually, you know what? That might not be good information to know. Then I would be like, oh my God, I got to do another million? No thanks. Oh man, of course it's not a million, but you know what I'm saying. I was like, another 3,000 cars? Jeez. I have no idea what the number of cars could be. I build these cars in a daze. Let me tell you, like, I put on a YouTube video, I build some cars, 4 hours later I wake up and like, where have I been? Whoa, this street's full of cars. Oh man. So, I think that's what we're done with today. I mean, I'm going to fill up the alleyway, but let me just put some debris down. And what I like to do with debris is I like to get a bunch of blocks and slabs and things that resemble just trash or, boxes or just whatever I can think of. Like I said before, guys, you got to use your imagination here. This is what it's all about, is imagination. So you're going to have some if you are going to have fun on this map. So imagine it's debris, and it's going to just be everywhere. And I do a pass with a more like bigger blocks like this. and slabs and blocks, and I try to do it tastefully. You know, sometimes I definitely do go overboard on it, but I try to do it as tastefully as I possibly can, as realistically as it appears in my mind. A lot of debris. Here's some more wood there. Yeah, wood there. So then I go through and I do some smaller debris, and this is like buttons and levers and pressure plates and what else, you know, smaller things that are not full blocks that I feel like pots or whatever those are called. They represent glasses or cups or cans or anything. Maybe some urine on the ground. Yeah, that's the wet sponge is gonna be urine. Oh man, that's fun. You're in trouble if you come back here. Oh, puns! I got the puns. Give me a like for that pun. You're in trouble big time. Then I put a lot of winos back here. So why not have a lot of cans and bottles, right? Drinking away their sorrows pre and post apocalypse. They're just ramping up the celebrations, I guess. Yeah, put some pressure plates down so that the pressure plates do look like debris, but they also are kind of a signal to other players. If you're trying to be sneaky and you hit a pressure plate, guess what? Click, click. You know that might give away your position. So I'm gonna work. I guess that's pretty much done. Maybe I could add some carpets, but I don't want a huge long video today. But I'm gonna work on this alleyway a little bit off camera. Put a few more debris things there. I don't want to do it today. This video is getting long enough as it is. But definitely, we got us a homeless shanty village, guys. Oh, I'm excited. It's so cool. It is so cool. So that's going to be the episode for today. I had a lot of fun building that homeless shanty village. There it is. You're not going to find this unless you explore, guys. You got to explore. It's just a little tucked away nook in the back of the map. You got to be aware. You got to be adventurous if you're going to survive on this map. So I wanted to ask you to leave a like if you enjoyed this. Thank you for sharing and putting your comments in the comment section. As always, happy Minecrafting. Peace.